Shalom, family. I pray all is well with the righteous. This video, I have to do something that I've done before, and that's revisit an old video. I have to revisit. I posted a video up 4 years ago. What does Ahayah Ashar Ahayah truly means? And in that video, there was basically a lot of negative comments. The comment section is wild, a lot of confusion. And so the Most High has been dealing with me concerning people that call on the name of Ahayah. And so this video and the next couple of videos, be the Most High's will, they are directed towards those that call on the name Ahayah. And what the Father is telling us, when we go into the wilderness, the people that call on Ahayah only will not be in the wilderness only. The people that call on Yahuah only will not be in the wilderness only. So the 1/3 will go into the wilderness calling on different names. So what I'm going to do here, I'm revisiting that old video to show that the true meaning of this is like confirmation. I brought it out, I explained it, and now we're going to use Google Translate to help us. And we know Google Translate is not accurate, but we're going to use Google Translate to help us. We see here these are the letters, so nobody don't know that I'm cheating. The Aleph, Aubrey. That's another thing. Before I begin, the people in this video is not to bash any group, anyone. If at the end of these few messages, if you want to continue to call on Ahayah, by all means do so. That's not going to have any bearing on us when it comes to going into the wilderness. When it comes to Yaakov's trouble, those things are not going to matter. So most of the people that calls on Ahayah, they fall short in Aubrey. This is one of the biggest problems. And the people under them, they don't know Aubrey either. How can I say this? They call it Hebrew. And see, you put in the word Hebrew in Aubrey scriptures and you won't find that word anywhere. It doesn't exist. All right, we have the Aleph, the Hey, the Yod, and the Hey. They like to say, of course, Ahayah. They like to say Yah is evil. Yah is wicked. But notice, here's Yah right here. The Yod and the Hey, Yah. Yah is all through the scripture. It's all through people's names, all through the scripture. And as I said before, there isn't anyone named after Ahayah in Aubrey. Doesn't exist. All right, before I go to this, let's see. Well, this is the video that I did. Let me show you this. This is the video I did. What does Ahayah Ashar Ahayah truly means? And I basically broke down and showed that he was simply saying, I will be. I will be. This is what he was saying. Ahayah. I will be. I will become. I became. We see other people in scripture saying Ahayah, and he was not telling his name. They go to Exodus 3:14, where he mentions Ahayah Ashar Ahayah, and then he reveals his name in the 15th verse. That's when the name Yahuah came out. And I'm going to touch on the fact how they're teaching the fact that the Masoretes put in the Yahuah, and I'm going to prove that's not true. That is not true. That's 100% incorrect. And I will prove it, not in this video, but a video to come. So again, in this comment section, we had people all over the place. I think it's the most controversial video I did. You see that it had 14,000 views. And here's another one. The true interpretation of his name are in their names. This video here had scripture in it. This video is more important than this. But look, only 354 people or 354 views in 4 years, showing the Father's name, showing the true interpretation of his name. Again, this is not to bash anyone. This is solely for educational purpose only. So what I did here, and this is what I'm going to be using this in the next few videos to prove points of Ahayah and prove some points of Yahuah. I would use this. So what I did here, this is the Abri, and I put in Ahayah, and of course the first one is when it's in Exodus 3, and you see 43 times this name Ahayah in the scripture, in the what we call the Bible, 43 times. And each time it has nothing to do with anyone's name. So this is one of the biggest problems. And this is something that our people, this is something you can do. All right, so in that video, I put in the names of God. This is another thing. I don't believe in speaking these. God is the name of another mighty one. I did a video about that. It's in Abri. The Most High warned us of God. This is one of the biggest conceptions. This is one of the biggest deceptions in the world right here. One of the biggest. Everybody all over the earth say God. These people over here, they say Allah, but then when they try to speak to you in English, they'll say God. God is Abri, and it's the name of another mighty one. So what I did here in that video, and I'm going to do this now, I came down here for the other names. Here is Ahayah Ashar Ahayah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this. So no one don't think I'm cheating here. You can do this. I'm going to copy it. And again, this name isn't hidden. It isn't hidden because they know it's not a name. And this is Google Translate. So let's put Ahayah Ashar Ahayah in Google Translate. In English, you are saying, I will be who I will be. This is what he was saying. He was telling Moshe, listen, I will be. I am the one. I am the creator. Now, what else I'm going to do here? Let's just take, because Ahayah, I'm going to show you how they get Ahayah. The root word is Hayah. What is Hayah? Okay, this part is wrong. It's saying hide there. See, Google trying to be funny now. See, Google got a sense of humor. Google know what I'm doing here. Google knows Hayah means be. Google knows this. And when I put it in before, it had it. Now that I'm doing the video, it's trying to do something different here. Okay, now I'm going to go from English to Abri. And again, they translate Ahayah Ashar Ahayah is I am that I am. So let's see. Is that right? I put in I am, and look, and I proclaimed this. I know this. Here's the Aleph, ni, the noon in the yard. Ni is I am, or I. This is I am, not Ahayah. So what is Ahayah? I will be. It's that simple, family. Look at this. Here it is. Ani Ahayah. Aleph, Hey, Yah, Hey. I will be. This is what he was telling him. I will be. Let's put in Hebrew. And of course, this isn't correct, but you look here. You see the ayin, the bet, the resh, and the yard. Abi. This is it. And this is correct. Aubrey. All right, what else I'm going to put in here? I am that I am. Where is Ahayah Ashar Ahayah? It's incorrect. This is simple. You don't have to know Aubrey to do this. This is simple. It doesn't say Ahayah Ashar Ahayah. So let's show. And this is what I had to do in that video. So let's see what is Ahayah Ashar Ahayah. I will be who I will be. All right, if you don't know Aubrey, it's okay. Hebrew come from the Jewish people. They speak Hebrew. They do not speak Aubrey. We're talking about two different languages. They twist the language and put something wicked on it. There were no vowel points needed. But this is what they speak, and that's why they call it Hebrew. Anybody that studied the scriptures know the language was Aubrey and not Hebrew. So here are the letters. Look, I will be who I will be. A, H, Y, H. Again, this is a tetragrammaton. That's what they call a tetragrammaton. And it's just to hide the name. They said YHWH or YHUH. That's wicked. It's just the beginning letter of the Aubrey letter. So we have Ahayah, Aleph, Shin, Resh, Ashar, Aleph, Hey, Yah, Hey, Ahayah, Ahayah, Ashar, Ahayah. This is the same thing I mentioned in that video 4 years ago. I still stand on what was there. You can stand if you still against this. You can stand, but again, this video is about bridging the gap between those that call on Ahayah and those that call on Yahuah or Yah. It's to bridge the gap. See, the leaders are telling you, don't listen to them people that call on Yah. They wicked. The Father is telling you, it's time to use your mind. And don't be controlled by someone that is controlling you. He wants to control you. He wants to be the head of your life. This is what he's telling you. This isn't an argument. This isn't a debate. You know, there was one that wanted to debate in the comment section. That's not what this is. Again, you want to believe what you want to believe is fine. But this is for the ones that want to bridge the gap. And what I'm going to do, the Most High going to allow me to bridge the gap between Yahuah and Ahayah. And so don't be surprised at some of the titles that's going to come up. The next couple of videos, some of the titles that will come up. It may shock you. Click on the video. Listen to what comes out. And I'm going to go into the Aubrey scriptures and show you what the Father is saying, what he has said in Aubrey. And it will shock you. It definitely will shock you. But you have to learn Aubrey. You have to learn. You have to learn what this means. Ahayah Ashar Ahayah. You have to learn what that means. When they say, I am that I am, you have to know that is 100% incorrect. In Arabic, I mentioned in the video, they say Anna. Anna. Who is Anna? I am. I, me. Anna, me. I am. This is I am. And in Aubrey, Ani. So make sure you take this in. Watch for the next video. Shalom.